Well, the B20 process well and truly underway. It is such an important part of the overall G20 process. India is the president. But in terms of bringing in the inclusion of people around the world, ensuring that there is greater prosperity and looking at digitalization as well, that's all a key part of what B20 is all about. We've got a wonderful guest with us, the president of Microsoft. Thanks very much, Mr. Smith, for being with us.
Thank you.
India has a wonderful digital sort of process. You know, we've got digitalization happening at so many levels. Is that a model you think that works elsewhere as well?
I think it is. I think there is no country that I have seen anywhere in the world that has advanced so far, so quickly, especially since this decade began. And I think from our perspective at Microsoft, what we see is not only what, say, the digital public infrastructure is doing for India, what it can do for the world, it can do even more now that we're bringing more AI to it.
And if we're talking about AI, and I must, I mean, there is hardly anybody who knows more about AI. The big concern is that at one level it suppresses growth, for example, of children who now rely on AI increasingly. How would you respond to those concerns?
Well, I think AI is a tool. It's a tool that can help people think smarter. They can find answers more quickly. They shouldn't stop thinking. It'll make them more productive. It'll make them more successful. Mm-hmm. It'll help people translate from one language to another. I think it can be actually a source for even more growth, the creation of new jobs.
What is the future of ChatGPT?
I think the future of ChatGPT, the future of what we think of as generative AI, is in some ways just getting started. It's making doctors more effective at diagnosing diseases. It's helping us find new drugs to cure disease. It will be tutors for our students. It'll be tutors to help parents work with their kids. But I think more than anything, it's just a tool that can help everybody find answers to their questions, to start writing faster, to write better, to create. It will, I think, be as important to the future of knowledge as, say, the printing press was literally 500 years ago.
When does AI start getting dangerous?
Well, I think our goal is to ensure that it does not become dangerous. We have to ensure that AI always remains under human control. And the best time to start is now, to put in place safeguards, to put in place safety breaks for companies that are creating it to do it responsibly. It's the right time for us to start focusing on new laws and regulations as well.
And that has to be an international effort.
I think it has to be an international effort, and it will be an effort in each country. I think India will play a critical role, but I think the world needs to come together.
How would you respond to those who've actually looked at AI technology very, very closely and said that, no, there is sentience already in place based on some of the responses they're getting? People, for example, some who've been retrenched in other companies, et cetera, are their concerns not real?
I think that AI is not magic. It's not an independent source of knowledge or reasoning. It's not sentient. It's math. And I think that there may be a distant future when it's different, but that too is a reason for us to focus now on how we ensure that this technology serves humanity, that it remains under human control. We have time to address this, but there's no time like the present to get started and move quickly.
And a final question to you. Your company's abiding interest in India. Could you tell us a little bit more about that? Whether it's growing in India, Indian engineers, software engineers, other areas. What does Microsoft have to offer people like me?
Well, I first hope that we have the opportunity to offer people like you. I hope we have the opportunity to offer everyone in India the kinds of tools that will make people more productive, that will help grow their businesses, that will help advance security and privacy, that will help us advance the climate needs of the planet. And India means a huge amount to Microsoft. It is a source of engineering talent. We have great innovations taking place here, basic research, every part of our company. So many of our products are built in part in India. So I think India, more than ever, is critical not just to Microsoft, but frankly to the technology sector the world over.
Wonderful speaking to you, and I hope this B20 session works out well. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it, Mr. Brad Smith, telling us a little bit, actually quite a lot about artificial intelligence, where it's going, the checks and balances that need to exist, and of course the future of Microsoft in India as well.